What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be jumping inside my Toyota Tundra and we're going to be doing some interior mods. Now, if you guys did miss the last videos, we have done new wheels and tires, front and rear bumpers, and new headlights already in 2024. But let's go ahead, let's jump inside the truck and let's check out these interior mods. Now, the first mod we are going to be tackling is from AJT Design. We're going to be replacing these four AC control knobs with some nice new black ones that's going to tie together all of the interior once we are done. Now, in order for us to replace these AC control knobs, we do have to pop off some of this interior. So let's start from the back up. We're going to try and get this section to pop out, and then we are going to move forward. Now, to pop this section off, I kind of got my fingers underneath here and just gave it a nice hard tug, and we were able to get this whole section loose, and now we can pull it right out. So with that section set aside, now we want to come to our shift bezel area. You do see that there is going to be one tab here. So we need to get a Phillips, remove this, and then you can kind of see it wants to pop right out of place. Now, in order for us to remove this area, we do have to start the car, put it in neutral, and then it will come out. And then we're gonna have to disconnect our plugs tied into our buttons here. So I have the tow haul button here that I need to come back here and unplug. So now that we've got those two sections out, we can come to our cigarette lighter area and just give it a nice tug underneath. And you can see it pops right out. We're gonna have to disconnect those two wires, and then we should be on the home stretch. So now that we've got everything removed, we have access to our AC control knobs. We're gonna go ahead and make sure everything is pointing directly up. That way we know the orientation of when we're going to put them in. And now to remove this section, we're gonna come underneath here, give it a nice tug, and you can see it pops loose nice and easy. This section will pop out just slightly, and we should be able to wiggle this way out, and we're gonna have to disconnect the wires on the back as well. So now that we have this wiggled free, go ahead and make a picture or a mental note of where each of your plugs are plugged in. That way you don't forget. And then we're going to unplug our plugs, and we're actually gonna take this section inside with us so that we can replace our knobs. Now that we've got our unit completely out, we're going to flip it over, and we're gonna remove 5 Phillips screws. So go ahead and remove these 5 screws, take off this backing, and then we have access to remove the knobs. Now that we've got that backing completely removed, we want to come here and look at our little notches, and we want to take a picture of where those are located as well. This is how we want to make sure everything goes back in. Otherwise, your AC controls will be off. So now, in between the motherboard and this black plastic trim here, we're going to try and get underneath it so that we can pull our AC knobs out of the cover. So once we get that pulled out, we can then go ahead and replace the AC knobs. So now we can see that the knobs are completely removed from that trim piece. Now we can come in here and make notes and pictures of where these gears are set up. We want to make sure that those gears stay exactly where they are. Our noses are pointed straight up. That way everything is aligned. Now, to remove the knob itself, if you look underneath here, you can kind of see these holes. There's going to be 4 of them on each knob. We kind of have to get in there and pry up a little bit to pop them out of place. But we want to leave this gear connected at the base. We're just replacing this cap here. So I need to get a screwdriver in there to pop this loose. And now you can see we have this part disconnected. You have these little tabs that you have to push inwards. So now, taking our new one, keeping it in the correct orientation, we are going to pop this new one into place. And now that one is all set up. It does come with these little black rivets that go in these holes right here. So we'll screw those in, and then we can pop this back into place. So we're gonna do that for all 4 of them, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, now that we've got the new controls put in, it's time to put it all back together exactly how we took it apart. All right, now with the control unit back in the truck, let's go ahead and reinstall it exactly how we took it out. And let's go ahead and see what it looks like. All right, guys, there we have it. They're all nice and in. Everything is working as it should. So there is step one of getting this interior dialed in. I am super stoked with how they look. I think it adds such a nice look to the truck. So now let's go ahead and I think we're gonna black out the rest of this interior. So the next thing we picked up for my Tundra's interior are these black overlays to kind of hide the silver. So you guys can see this actually comes off, has some 3M tape on the back, and it's going to stick over that silver and make it black. So let's go ahead and clean up the surface really well, get our 3M adhesive backings off, and let's stick it in there. All right, and there we go after a few minutes of peeling off all that 3M tape, getting all nice and stuck on there. The interior is actually changing up quite a bit, and I do really like the look. Now, the last thing I have for the interior might be a little corny. Let me know in the comment section below. But we did end up getting some more trim pieces to cover all of this excess silver here that you can see, and we ended up with going a carbon fiber look. So like this one is going to go around the shift bezel there, kind of add a little bit of carbon fiber. We got some to cover the rest of the silver here, and I'm not too sure if it's going to look good or bad or what you guys think. So let's go ahead and let's see the before and after of the carbon fiber trim. And I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below, do you like it or do you hate it? Alright guys, that is going to wrap up today's video of changing up the interior on my Toyota Tundra. I'm going to leave links in the description below to everything that I picked up so that you guys can check it out for yourself. They're super easy to install, super inexpensive, and honestly it changes the whole look on the interior, and I quite like it. Now they're not very permanent, they are super easy to remove, so if I end up not liking any part of it, I can very easily remove it. So I'm going to drive around with it and see how much I like it in the next week or so. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think or what you'd want to see next, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.